Alexa, turn on the living room lights. That's what I'm talking about. This simple command for me really has epitomized the convenience of smart home automation over the past few years of integrating basic automation into my daily life. It hasn't just been about the functionality of it, but it's really about the simplification of daily routines and ultimately just creating a more enjoyable living environment. Now, this video is definitely going to stay true to our good enough theme, because what I'm doing is just the tip of the home automation iceberg, and I've still got a lot to learn. And this means that I will most definitely be doing another video on this topic in the future as my knowledge grows. And obviously, I will then need to share that knowledge with you. But right now, my home automation setup is pretty simple, but it accomplishes three big goals for me. First, it's simple to set up. Second, it's simple to manage. And third, it's simple to use. Now, for a great video that really dives into a range of home automation options from simple to sophisticated, check out Smart Home Solver's Ultimate Home Assistant Beginner's Guide. I'll put a link in the description below. Great video to watch for a whole range of options. The smart home market has a variety of systems and devices to offer. And while brands like Apple are beginning to make waves in this space, or rumors are they're jumping into the market in 2025, which is something that I'm pretty excited about. Right now, Amazon's Alexa offers a really simple and user-friendly experience, and it's why it is the system that I currently rely on to anchor my home automation setup, and it hasn't yet disappointed. It does have some caveats, which we'll talk about in a bit, but right now it's been great. So let me walk you through what I've implemented and how it has improved my home life. Smart plugs were my first step into automation because they're small, they're cost effective, they're easy to set up, and they make a big difference right away. They transform ordinary outlets into smart outlets, enabling remote control, then through an app, or ultimately through voice commands. During the holidays, for example, I use smart plugs to control a variety of Christmas lights, from the Christmas tree itself to this holiday village to outdoor lights strung up on our house via an outdoor rated smart plug. And then instead of turning on and off the lights every day, I schedule them to turn on and off at specific times. I mean, it's a small adjustment, but I think it does enhance sort of the ease and enjoyment of the holidays and sort of the overall atmosphere. I can also press a button in the app to turn things on or off individually or as a group, or again, use voice control. Now, setup of these smart plugs is super straightforward. You plug it into an outlet, you use the app that it comes with to connect it to your home Wi-Fi, and then ultimately you pair it with the voice assistant. So the plugs that I use the Smart Life app, which also then has a skill that is installed inside of the Alexa app. And then once the two apps see each other and can talk, it ultimately is one of the easiest ways to bring automation into your home because the benefits are immediate and it just kind of works right away. Now, lighting is a really crucial role for me in creating a comfortable and functional smart home environment. And that's what my smart plugs currently control: lamps. Right now, we don't have a lot of overhead lighting in our house. There's not a lot of recessed lighting on our main level. So lamps are our primary light source, and the smart plugs make it easy to control them. Also, smart bulbs are something that I've just started using. They offer obviously not just on and off control like a traditional bulb, but also dimmability, and some bulbs offer color options, which then you can tailor to suit the ambiance for any occasion that you're in. Now, you may have heard of the Philips Hue smart bulbs. Great bulbs, high quality, they work great, fully adjustable for color also, but they're about $40 each, which isn't super cheap. So I have started using these Amazon Basics smart color bulbs. They integrate obviously very easily with the Alexa app since they are Amazon products, and they're about $12 each. And so far, my experience with them has been solid. Now, I've talked about using the apps to control smart devices via something like a button press, which works fine, but you still have to get your phone out and open the app and press the button, which takes time. Now, you can streamline some of that with scheduling, which I've also talked about, and I think is absolutely essential to controlling certain devices in a specific way at a specific time. But ultimately, voice control is at the heart of my smart home experience and really the thing for me that is the biggest benefit. And with Alexa, I can initiate both simple and complex routines with a single command. For example, saying, "Alexa, turn on or off the living room lights," triggers an action that turns off all 3 living room smart plugs, each of which has a lamp connected to it, which then turns the lamps off. This is a really simple and effective way to either start or end the day with, minimal effort. It's much easier than walking to each lamp to turn them on and off, which isn't that big of a deal, but having one voice command to do it all at once makes it much more enjoyable to do. And these voice commands can also be made more complex if you want. Now, additionally, a smart thermostat, it can be a valuable addition to any setup. We have one. They can automatically adjust the temperatures based on schedules or habits, which really improves energy efficiency. We have the ecobee thermostat, and I can control it from anywhere with the app or with some Alexa voice commands. But ultimately, within the thermostat itself, to me, is the real power, and that's in the scheduling. The ecobee has what's called comfort settings for home, away, and sleep. And then each of those 3 comfort settings has full scheduling options for every day of the week that tells the thermostat what to do when it detects those situations or when the schedule for those situations arrives. And this ultimately has made the thermostat mostly a set it and forget it kind of thing. Like, we really don't ever interact with it anymore because it just works fine. The temperature is always where we want it to be because we've set up the scheduling to do it. And if we do need to change it, we can change it either on the thermostat itself or via a voice command or in the app, and it just overrides the schedule until the next schedule change. One of my favorite things to do with our Amazon Echoes is to group them and then play music across the group, which then is delivering multi-room audio. So with a single voice command like Alexa, play music on the first floor, I can have music playing in multiple rooms of my house, which is super cool. Now, with any technology, there are challenges that can come up. Connectivity issues or occasional glitches. They're obviously frustrating. For example, on a system that is Alexa based, if the Wi-Fi or the internet goes down, it's going to stop working because it is internet based. It's a cloud based service. And so you need that connectivity all the time. But for us, that rarely happens. So for now, this is an okay solution for us and doesn't really cause any major issues. I think to minimize, different kinds of issues, sticking with a single ecosystem is a good idea when you start out, and using, Amazon's platform via an Echo and the Alexa assistant has really kept it simple. The consistency also simplifies the setup process, which is one of my important things, simple setup. And it also ensures smoother operation and management, which is my second thing, simple to manage. In the future, however, I will be looking for more devices that are Matter, Zigbee, or Z-Wave compatible, as these are the next step in a more advanced setup. They tend to be more versatile, they offer a greater range of performance and compatibility. But until then, my Alexa managed Wi-Fi based system is certainly good enough. Additionally, once we install some more overhead lighting, I'll be integrating those lights into our smart home via smart light switches. They look just like traditional switches, but they allow all the smart control we've been talking about so far, using an app, using scheduling, and via voice control. I also have 3 smart smoke alarm / CO alarm unit / speakers that are 3-in-1 units. And I plan to install one of these on each level of the house, which will do 2 things. It will further expand our voice control because it's Alexa compatible, and it will further expand our music playing reach throughout the house so that multi-room audio that I talked about earlier will be even more expanded. I am curious to see how these one-link units work. At our previous home, we had a different model of one link. We had 3 of them installed, 1 on each level of the house, and they worked with questionable reliability. They would occasionally go off for no clear reason. And ultimately, we did have an incident where one of them wouldn't stop going off at full alarm volume and had to be literally smashed and destroyed to get it to stop. We ultimately installed a little bit of a simpler setup, more traditional smoke and CO alarms. So I will be keeping the alarms that are currently installed until I feel confident that these one-link units are performing, as expected. Now, if you're new to smart home automation, well, kind of like I am, start small. Smart plugs and smart bulbs, I think, are really excellent entry points because they're affordable and easy to set up. And I think they can address specific needs and provide immediate enhancement to some of the everyday things that you might do. Now, you also will then want to take time to explore features and experiment with routines. You can do that in the Alexa app. It'll give you some guidance, maybe some inspiration, but ultimately you want to discover what works best for you and your home. And then over time, you'll gain confidence and find new ways to optimize your home. And if you want to stay simple, awesome. There's a lot of benefit that you can have with a really simple setup and just a few elements. But if you want to get more complex, there is so much out there that you can do. Smart home automation, I think, is really a way to enhance your living experience on a day-to-day basis. It's simple improvements that just take some of the day-to-day monotonous activities off your plate and automate them. And I'm really looking forward to continuing this journey as both technology evolves and my knowledge increases. And I think that will make our smart home life even more efficient and enjoyable. So let me know about your smart home experiences in the comments below, and let me know what I could be doing differently. I'm sure there's a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for getting good enough with me. I'll see you next time.